On this vote, the yeas are 221, the nays are 198. The bill is passed.
So this extreme MAGA Republican voter suppression bill is not designed to solve any problem on behalf of the American people.
No. But are you surprised? Are you surprised that Democrats want illegals voting in the election? This video is brought to you by ground.news/Tatum. Ground.news/Tatum. We'll get to that in a second. Like this video, like this video, like this video, like this video, and leave a comment. Like it, leave a comment. Like it, leave a comment. 2 actions. Like it, leave a comment. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, the Democrats show their true colors all the time. I don't know why people cannot see them. Not unless you're colorblind. We should be able to see what their true colors really are, and that is that they do not want safe and fair and honest elections, period. Let me show you evidence. One thing is, and I'm going to go to Ground.News real quick because I think that everybody needs to know this, is I get my information from Ground.News because it's fair. People always say, Brandon, you're so genuine and you're balanced and all this stuff. It's because I look at both sides and I try to figure out what's really going on, and I don't know of a website on planet Earth that can help you do it better than Ground.News. Right here in the tab, you can go to left-leaning news, center, right news, and this is kind of like a brief synopsis if you want to just get the gist of it. You can go down here to where the article's at. You can see how many articles are written from the left, the center, the right, and I chose an article up here from Fox News, but you get a synopsis of these articles, and you can look at what people are saying on both sides. There's a whole bunch of incredible features here, and one is you could go down here, and you can see the bias distribution. Most people in the center are talking about this. It's not a right or left-wing issue. You will see it clear as the noonday sun if it is a right or left issue. You can go down here, factuality score, ownership. Obviously, most of the media conglomerates are talking about this right here. You can use it to see it. You can pick your candidates or whatever topic you want to talk about. You just put it and click it here and get it saved into the category so you can always go back to it. Ground.News is by far the best site to get information in a balanced way. Go to ground.news/Tatum, subscribe through my link for 40% off the Vantage plan, which is the plan that I use to get unlimited access. Shout out to Ground.News for creating this incredible website. Let's get to the story. All right, I got a video to play in conjunction with the article. Let me read the article from Ground News real quick first, and then we'll go back to the actual clip because I think this is invaluable. I'll put the link in the description section or whatever. I want to go down to where it's articulated by Republicans what this bill represents. According to Michael Johnson, and it's invaluable to read this, the left tries to convince us, and I'm going to show the video of them being completely ridiculous, that somehow we're trying to thwart American citizens from voting. Look at what this bill entails. And it still has to go to the Senate, which they're going to probably kill it in the Senate. But at least we know where the Democrats stand on this issue. According to Johnson, the bill requires state election officials to ask about citizenship before providing applications with voter registration forms. It also requires an individual to provide proof of citizenship before registering to vote in federal elections, allowing state officials to accept a variety of documents to make it easier for citizens to register to vote and to provide states with access to a federal agency database in which they can remove non-citizens from voter rolls and confirm citizenship for those who lack proof. How in the F are people arguing with this? This seems like this addressed several issues. Integrity of voting and give access to people who may not have the proper documentation, make it easier for them to get the documentation, and also for us to clean the voter rolls, which means that if people have already put their name into the voter registration and they're illegal aliens or they're non-citizens, we have access to a database that helps remove them. And also the last thing, which is kind of what I said before, is that we have access to know that a person is registered if they didn't have the documents already. So we can go to the federal database and say, look, this person is already registered for the federal elections, even though they probably don't have the documents right there with them. The Republicans and most Democrats, or at least a small amount of Democrats, I think only 5 Democrats actually supported the Republicans on this, decided to make the right decision. Now, let me play the clips from the Democrats so you can see. I've already read what it entails. I want you to see what they're saying. And this is why people should never believe Democrats and why they're incredibly disingenuous in their approach. I just read to you all that it states within, pretty much a synopsis of the act. Roll the clip.
Only citizens can vote for the United States Senate. Only citizens can vote for the presidency of the United States. So this extreme MAGA Republican voter suppression bill is not designed to solve any problem on behalf of the American people. It is designed to jam people up and prevent Americans from voting. The extreme.
How they gonna do that, Hakeem Jeffries? If it's already illegal for illegals to vote, then why do you have a problem with this bill? It's not gonna change anything, right? Are we tracking? You know they full of crap.
MAGA Republican voter suppression.
And to advance it. John Lewis didn't give up, and neither will we. Mr. Speaker, House Republicans' so-called SAVE Act is a dangerous anti-democratic bill that has no place on this floor. It is for that reason that at the appropriate time, I will be offering a motion to recommit this bill back to the committee. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting the motion to recommit. Thank you, and I yield back the back.
Not one time from neither one of these idiots do we hear an explanation of why, of how the specifics of the bill is going to hurt the American voter.
Balance of my time.
Mr. Speaker, may I make an inquiry as to the amount of time we have remaining on our side?
To investigate claims of voter fraud by non-citizens was disbanded without identifying one single case. If we believe in the power of democracy, we should reject discriminatory rules rooted in fear and division and instead increase protections and expand access. This bill, they call it the SAVE Act. It should be called the Don't Let Americans Act. Don't Let Americans Vote Act. And so I rise here opposing and asking my colleagues to vote no on this bill. I yield.
Hypotheticals. It is under.
Before she start, I'm not trying to be a racist right now. And I swear I'm not a part of the Klan and I'm not a part of white supremacists. But sometimes they got a point. Why is it that the dumbest people in America are minorities? Now, there's a lot of good, smart minorities. But when you look at this diversity theology, the more diverse we get, the stupider people are. Every single person on that literally spoke are minorities, and they are completely ignorant, evil, deceptive. Why is that? It seems like the party of the most diversity is the worst party. It seems like the places in America that's most diverse are the worst to live. Y'all making a case for white supremacists. Why can't we have a diverse group of people who got common sense?
Attack right now, right here with this very bill. Republicans want to throw up barriers because when people vote, they lose. Let me be clear.
When people vote, they lose. Well, according to y'all, Donald Trump lost the last election and the biggest turnout in American history. So what are you saying? She don't know what she's saying.
They don't want you to vote. They don't want to hear black voices, brown voices, LGBTQIA voices, young voices. Our fundamental access to our democracy is being politicized. And this xenophobic.
What does LGBTQ voices got to do with this?
Attack that we're debating today will make it harder for Americans to vote. My Republican colleagues will claim that requiring IDs is a small ask, but nearly 30 million people lack a valid driver's license, and about 15 to 18 million adults don't have access to documents proving their birth or citizenship. Americans don't need more obstacles. It's already hard enough.
All right, enough of these idiot minorities. And the other Democrats that aren't minorities, they stupid too. But it just seems like these ones just the most disingenuous when the people that are hurt the most are the people that look like them. That's why I have the biggest problem with it, because it's not that they're doing this that's hurting the people that look like them they claim they represent. It's really not that hard. Illegal aliens shouldn't be voting in our country. I wish I'd have said this at the beginning of the video, because this is like the whole crux to the whole thing. Joe Biden let all these illegals in the country. Now they want to let them vote. That's it. And these dumb Negroes don't realize they coming to replace you. Biden let them in because they're losing the black vote. Y'all are supporting the idea of them taking over the black vote with the illegals. They usher them in, no borders, no nothing. They get them here, they want them to register, and they want them to vote. That's what this is. And these people are complicit in hurting their own people and hurting the country. Oh, it's voter suppression. 30 million people don't have a valid driver's license. Well, 30 million people don't even vote. What are y'all talking about? These people don't vote anyway. Think about this for a minute. Listen, if you don't have a valid driver's license or an identification, you don't participate in society anyway. So you dang sure ain't voting. You don't participate in society. Without an ID, you can't have a car, can't have a bank account, you can't get food stamps, you can't fly on an airplane, you can't buy alcohol. I mean, what else? You can't online shop because you have to have a credit card or some type of an account that takes verification to go to a bank account. So you can't shop online. Maybe you can go to a grocery store. I don't know if you can work on a job without an ID. So you can't have a job. You can't get food stamps. What these people, homeless people? People that live rural and they don't participate anyway? What are you saying? 30 million people. You talking about kids? They can't vote anyway? What are y'all talking about? Functional adults have identification. And if they don't today, they can go get it tomorrow. There's not a functional adult that can't afford $20 for an ID card. Not one. They got a cell phone. They going from point A to point B. They got a job. Give me a break. These people gaslighting us and lying to us like they do everything else. They just want illegals to come in here and vote and find ways to cheat in this election. Measures that will say you got to be a citizen to vote. Federal election. I don't care what you do in your state. A federal election, you got to be a citizen. You got to show identification. And I just read the bill said they're going to make it easy for people to get their identification and for the government to disclose their database to states. So if somebody don't have identification and they're not properly registered, they'll have a database where they know that the person should be. Enough is enough. Go to ground.news/Tatum. Subscribe through my link for 40% off the Vantage plan, which is the plan that I use to get unlimited access. Shout out to ground.news for creating this incredible website. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.